Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and the first video of 2025. Today I'm testing out the telephoto camera on the vivo X200 Pro to test out how good it really is when capturing wildlife or anything zoomed in, both for photos and videos. Because this guy can actually do 4K 10-bit log footage, and I'm gonna be trying that out, color grading that, and showing you guys how good this really does at telephoto. So for this, I actually went to a farm to play around with some really cute animals and take some photos and videos of them as well. But before that, here's a quick sneak peek of the kind of quality you can expect when zooming in with this phone. So let's jump into Lightroom and check out how good the quality on this is when you zoom in. Alright, we're now here in Lightroom and I'm going to break down these photos, zooming in, pixel peeping a little bit, and looking at them on a bigger screen to really see how good the quality is maintained, especially when zooming in 3.7x or 85mm up to 10x, which is 230mm, and some shots I'll even go beyond that just to see how much I can push this camera. Now, all of the photos you're taking a look at within Lightroom are completely unedited, straight out of camera. You can see no effects applied here, so we're going to go through this just to see how it gives us the results straight out of phone. Starting with this shot taken at 3.7x or 85mm, and you can see right here the details are absolutely crazy, especially in the folds of the skin. The next shot here is taken at 230mm, and as you can see, exposure is perfect on the face while everything else is relatively balanced in exposure, no clipping, none of that. And even if I zoom in there, you can see the details are very, very good. Another shot here at 230mm, zooming in, pretty much same results there. You can see that even underwater on a dirty pond, you can get those details back, especially in the feet there and the rocks here. Slightly less sharp as the 85mm, and I'll talk about this in a second, especially when it comes to the processing, when it comes to 10x and above, because there is some AI involved there or some processing to make it look better. Now here's a shot taken at 85mm once again, and if I zoom in to the feathers here, you can actually see the details retained are pretty remarkable. Even if I go in further, look at those details that it has actually managed to retain. And this isn't taken in a portrait mode, but you have that natural background blur, or the bokeh in the background is all optical. This is not software, this is none of that, just because of the size of that sensor, and it does so well and it looks very, very good. Colors again look consistent from all the different focal lengths from here to here to here. No change in exposure, which is a very good sign. Next up, this shot. I really like this and I got very lucky with this. It's an alligator that's like halfway underwater, above water. So this was the first snap, but then I decided to reposition myself a little bit better so I could get that perfect center reflection balance mirror kind of effect. And just take a look at the details here. 115mm, absolutely remarkable details here. No noise whatsoever. And I zoomed in even further to 230mm and just look at how incredible that shot looks. If I zoom in, of course, you can see some enhancements applied using AI. Also keep in mind that the glass that I was shooting this through was pretty dirty and it used the AI to clean that up and enhance that as well, which I do like. A lot of people have a problem with the AI. I actually think when it's done correctly and it improves your image, it's perfectly fine. 230mm, just look at those details. Then just for fun, I zoomed in even further to 486mm. And the fact that I'm still getting this resolution and quality at 486mm is crazy. Like, this phone is capable of doing that, which is very, very cool. Again, there is AI processing kicking in here. 100% you can see that it is AI only when you zoom in. But when I look at it just like this, with some slight tweaking in the effects and editing, I can actually turn this into a magazine cover style photo. Got this shot of a monkey at 85mm, and 102mm. And this shot isn't taken in portrait mode. You can actually see the separation that you're getting, the background blur and bokeh that you're getting is all optical. And you can see the quality I'm getting at 85mm. Very, very nice, very good tones. I can actually even see a fly if I zoom in here further. That is crazy, guys. Like, this is so impressive. Okay, so this one is in portrait mode, but again, telephoto 135mm. And if I zoom in, you can kind of see the edge separation isn't the greatest, especially when it comes to this kind of texture to the fur, but far away it looks great. But zooming in, you will see inconsistencies, and that is something I should point out. But here's another example of a portrait shot taken also at 85mm of me with this guy, and you can see the edge separation here is a lot better. So it's very subject dependent on how complex the scene is, but here is remarkable. Just look at each individual strand of my hair is perfectly separated here. This is something I wanted to address. So I've got two photos here, this one and this one. Let's call it A and B. Let me actually put them side by side for you guys. I took them within like a second of each other, and you can actually see the difference in the shots, especially when zooming in. So one of them seems like it's been enhanced more by the AI, the one on the left here, while the one on the right looks a little bit smoother, a little bit less processed. This looks more natural, while the one on the left looks more processed. Both look good, but there's a difference between the shots, and that's something I noticed while taking these photos. If I take a lot of photos back to back, the processing won't be the same from photo 1 to photo 2, which sometimes can be a bit off-putting. It's just there's a lack of consistency. Here's one taken at 85mm because this llama had a crazy eye. Just take a look at this. Look at that, that's insane. I wish I could go closer, but these guys were moving around really quick. And just take a look at those details there. Absolutely crazy. It looks like a painting with like a tree here or something. That's crazy. 230mm, very good details here. And if I were to push this up a little bit and like edit it just slightly, like very quick edits right here, you can actually see you can get back the details in the eye as well, right over there, the color and everything. Like I said, dynamic range on this is very good. Here as well, beautiful, beautiful shot. Look at the processing here. If I push this a little bit, you can actually see the details you're getting back in the eye here. Beautiful. So these shots are taken off an owl, and it was a pretty dark place because, you know, owls like dark. And this one's taken with 5703 ISO at 230mm, and just look at the details you're getting back. The AI is able to process and remove that noise and add in some details in a very natural, nice looking way. If I edit this, it'll obviously look better, but this on its own looks pretty good too. 170mm, 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 just crazy details. Just look at that structure that you're getting in the eye there. Look at that. I can actually see the inside of the eye. If I zoom in and enhance the exposure a little bit, you can see the color coming out of the iris of this tiny, tiny detailed part. Absolutely crazy. 230mm, again, if I apply a little bit of contrast there, look at how it cleans that up. Absolutely crazy. The processing in build is very good, but if I enhance it a little bit, just look at those details that I'm actually getting out of this shot. Now these shots are taken at 85mm, and I think the quality I get out of these is remarkable, especially when zooming and cropping in. Just look at the textures that you get right over here. Absolutely crazy. And then I kicked it to 135mm, and here you can see the details are still absolutely crazy with that optical natural bokeh. So that's the results from the telephoto, but now let's move on to the video performance. And for this, we're gonna hop into DaVinci Resolve. So once again, this is shooting in 4K 10-bit. So these are the videos that I took with it, especially with the telephoto lens, all taken in 4K 10-bit. So if I drop this on, let me just show you guys. So we're actually recording in 10-bit with 4K. And now if I quickly come in here and apply my color grade, and just look at that, that's the before and that's the after, just by applying a simple color grade on top. And just look at that, that's the color grade that I got out of this 4K 10-bit. If I disable the color grade, that's what we had with log, and look at how much color and dynamic range you're actually maintaining. So if you're someone who's really into color grading, just check out some results you can get out of this. A lot of people would not be able to believe that this was shot using a Vivo or an Android phone. So when it comes to 4K 10-bit log video, incredible. Okay, I need to say this. When it comes to video, I'm super impressed with the dynamic range on this, especially when color grading your log footage to Rec 709 and applying your own stylistic effects. I've done a bunch of videos with the iPhone doing that, and this is the first time I've done that on an Android. That gives me such incredible results. I might do a full separate video comparing this with the iPhone, especially when it comes to log. So make sure you guys subscribe for that. But the one thing I wish they would improve is the stabilization on the video on here. Because the colors are perfect, the dynamic range is perfect, but the stabilization kind of frustrates me. But overall video performance-wise, very, very impressive. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll be seeing you again very soon with more content like this, so make sure you guys subscribe and follow on Instagram for more of this. But for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you again in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.